Welcome to the ChalkBites Corporate Training Center. As you can see, the virtual world looks very much like the real world. I'm going to show you just a few things here today that gives examples of the type of training we can do in virtual reality that is in many ways better than the training that people can receive in the real world. So let's go ahead and start with the defibrillator. As you can see here, we have a standard defibrillator, and we like to pass this around, let everybody hold it, and show them the various buttons on here of this device that operate the defibrillator. You can see here's the button that you press after you put on the pads, and then this one, if they need a shock, that's what it does. And so we actually let them train over here on this body. So you can see that you can pick up the pads just like in the real world and apply them. Now, normally there would be a cable that runs from the pad to the box. Let me get that cover off of there. So that would run from the cable to the box. But in this instance, to make it a little bit easier in virtual reality, we've removed the cables. So pick up the right pad, follow it. See, there's instructions on here where they go. And by pushing this blue button right here, it tells them everything they need to know, and they get a readout if there's a heartbeat or no heartbeat. They can even see where the heart is in the body, and we train them to provide compression for in all the ways that they need to provide compression. So you can see that even though it's not quite the real thing, when somebody needs that once in a lifetime moment when they've got to know exactly what to do and exactly how to follow the instructions, we provide them training in the corporate center. But then we also have a simulator, and that simulator makes a big difference in the way that people actually use it, because it even takes this whole process a step further. So with that, let's go to another location. Let's head to the OSHA training warehouse. Hang on. Welcome to the ChalkBites OSHA training warehouse. As you can see, if you look around just a little bit, it looks like a standard warehouse. But on this wall right here, this is our OSHA violation scoreboard. And this is where we keep track of whether we can find those various violations. This is also the room that we do some training as far as fork trucks are concerned. And so one of the great things about this location is that we can use it for many things. I'm just going to show you a couple of the violations that, if you don't mind coming and standing right about here. Yeah. So you can see over here, we have a couple of problems. First, we have this water spill on the ground right there. Second, we have a fork truck that is not operable. And so you can see we have two violations. One, spot near electrical equipment. Second, broken equipment that's not tagged. Now that we have found these two violations, these two are fairly easy. If you look up at our scoreboard, you'll see that these two violations have been scored. All right, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but if you follow me, we'll find at least one more violation. So come on. We actually have a handful of problems over here. First of all, you notice this fire extinguisher on the ground. Well, that is an extinguisher placement violation. And this would be found by our firefighter who does training, as well as an OSHA inspector. We also have this problem with this paint. You can see there's a problem with our flammable paint storage that exceeds the limits on how much you can store together. So, and how close it can be to a door. So these two areas show various violations, and there are more around the building. If we were to look at our scoreboard again, we would see that they are scored right over there. Okay. With that, we're going to take you to another location. Welcome to the Human Resources Office. As you may know, sometimes scenario training can be very helpful in an office. And so one of the training opportunities that we will provide is that for human resources. So we all know that is a very difficult job. Hiring, providing reviews, termination, all of those things require scenario training. And that's one of the things that can be provided in this particular room where your employee sits here and the trainer sits there playing the role of someone that may need to be hired or fired. And that sort of training, by having them ask the right questions, can make sure that the person sitting in this seat is not asking the wrong questions. In the ChalkBites Corporate Training Center, you even have meeting rooms where people from around the country or around the world can all gather together in these chairs and meet and have conversations. You can even take an object and pass that object around the room so that somebody sitting in this chair from New York can hand it to somebody sitting in this chair from Los Angeles, as if they're together. And if you have a PowerPoint slide or a video, you can use this to show that video.
Welcome to this video on how you can dress for success, presented by ChalkBites. In this video, we'll go over the importance of dressing well.
Training of all types can occur in here, and it doesn't have to be done by our trainers. If you have people in your company who have an interest in learning to use this, all you need is a virtual reality headset and access to the corporate training center. Go ahead and give us a visit. We would love to talk with you more about what can be done in virtual reality for training your employees.